Bradley's learning the hard way that Cord is not Hollywood. She's now made multiple attempts to gag Justin Baldoni and his attorney, now wants the case dismissed, and now is fighting back against a deposition. So in a newly released letter, we are now finding out that Blake Lively is not happy with Justin Baldoni's attorney Brian Friedman.
For those who are not in the Hollywood world, what is wrong with her taking over the film?
I've never seen it before in my 30-plus year career in Hollywood. And an executive producer is below a producer in the film world. An executive producer signed up to be an executive producer, and that's it.
I think for them to ask to have access to Justin Baldoni's text to his wife, I mean, isn't that outrageous?
In a dramatic turn fit for a screenplay in Hollywood, the aced actress and Blake Lively are involved in a bitter legal struggle that ends with us when Blake Lively's composed demeanor reportedly broke after a heated courtroom exchange. Co-art insiders say that Lively's unexpected outburst has left Tinseltown buzzing, with many speculating about the possible impact on her pristine reputation. Justin Baldoni allegedly erupted when Ballon's lawyer revealed a series of emails and text messages that appeared to refute her claims of on-set misconduct. Public perception.
So that she's fighting back and doesn't want to be deposed by him. I'm sorry, come again. You don't get to, this isn't a Colleen Hoover movie. You don't get to pick and choose who you have to work with and who you don't. Sorry, Blake, but your dragons don't work here. She reportedly is claiming that she doesn't want Brian Friedman to depose her because of unspecified statements that he's made about her. You mean like when he said that they had plans to sue her into oblivion? Unfortunately, regardless of how famous you are in Hollywood, you have no choice over which attorney deposes you or not.
Blake Lively has been charged with trying to take over the project. In his 30-year profession, Brian Friedman, Justin Baldwin's lawyer, said he has never witnessed Lively's alleged conduct before. He claims that Lively's attempts to control the film's development are both unprecedented and deceptive.
The time progressed in this film. She decided that she wanted to be a producer. She started to make edits. She wanted to be part of the editing team. There were people hired, like human beings actually hired to do the editing job, who had done work as editors. She wanted to be part of that team. The next thing you know, she took over the editing. She started making threats that she wouldn't promote the movie, that she wanted to be in control of marketing of the movie, that she would do nothing in terms of promotion unless she was the actual editor.
Tensions on site and behind the scenes swiftly turned into a full-fledged legal battle during the problematic production of the love drama that ends with us. Once renowned for her flawless public persona and celebrated acting abilities, Blake Lively is now mired in a contentious battle after claiming in charges that Justin Baldwin engaged in inappropriate start actions.
Baldoni is now involving Taylor Swift in his lawsuit against Blake Lively. So Justin Baldoni is suing Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and their publicists for over $400 million for all the It Ends With Us drama. Now he's name-dropping Taylor Swift, Blake's bestie, in the mix. Thankfully, Taylor Swift is not being sued, but she's mentioned in his 179-page paper complaint. And he's alleging that Taylor's fame was used to pressure him during production. And it really all stems from this penthouse situation where Blake and Ryan live. Apparently, there was a meeting there with all of them, and Taylor Swift was actually present. And Blake ended up rewriting one of the scenes. And even after the meeting was over, Baldoni texted Blake this, saying, "I gotta put my glasses on for this one. The font is too small." Also was working on the rooftop scene today. Really love what you did.
This was a sinister PR move. Blake Lively then moved 11 days later to file a lawsuit. So now she has filed a lawsuit, and I don't think she ever wanted to do this. I think she genuinely wanted this to be a PR move, and she wanted to leak it to the New York Times. She thought the public would take her side with no questions asked. And instead the public is saying, no, we have a few questions here. And Justin Baldoni is going all the way to the wall on this. His lawyer is already giving interviews explaining just how nasty her team has played this. The lawyer's name is Brian Friedman. He stopped by the Megyn Kelly show. And here's some of the things that he had to say. First, he says there used to never be a sexual claim. There never was a sexual claim until she went to that civil rights office. Take a listen.
There was actually no allegation of sexual harassment until the lawsuit was filed.
In addition to upsetting the movie's production, the accusations, which range from accusations of wrongdoing to charges of a retaliatory smear campaign, have also sparked a media frenzy.
talking all things Blake Lively and her legal complaint that she's filed against her It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni. Yes, the It Ends With Us movie drama does in fact not end. What's interesting about this story to me is the Justin Baldoni of it all. He is a self-proclaimed male feminist. He's woke. He speaks out against sexual assault and sexual harassment, even toxic masculinity. And now in this legal complaint filed by Blake Lively, he's being accused of sexual harassment.
I challenge you to see if you can use the same qualities that you feel make you a man to go deeper into yourself. And will you be man enough to stand up to other men when you hear locker room talk, when you hear stories of harassment, when you hear your boys talking about grabbing ass or getting her drunk? Will you actually stand up and do something so that one day we don't have to live in a world where a woman has to risk everything and come forward to say the words "me too"?
This is gonna be really awkward if these allegations are true. I will say, just for the record, I'm not a fan of either of these individuals, and something about both of them rubs me the wrong way.
Followed by an attempted PR takedown of her to cover his own ass from people finding out what he did to her. In an article titled, "We Can Bury Anyone," Blake Lively heroically shared her story, and the world was on her side because it looked like she was just trying to take down a predator in Hollywood. So Justin Baldoni and his ace lawyer launched an all-cylinder fire attack to clear his name, and he started by suing the New York Times, saying that article was just published because it was paid for by Ryan Reynolds, and it was a multi-layered scheme planned out by Blake and Ryan to take down Justin. And I think it's pretty common knowledge that the mainstream media will lie on behalf of their powerful friends or anyone who pays them off to say certain.
Ron Fredman, the lawyer for Baldwin, has vehemently refuted claims that his client tried to harm Lively's reputation. According to Fredman, the accusations are part of a brutal onslaught that Lively's team planned, which included manipulating the media and presenting facts out of context. He highlights that rather than making a deliberate attempt to disparage Lively, Baldwin's crisis management staff followed regular procedures and concentrated on planning hypothetical scenarios. Fredman claims that the anti-Baldoni narrative is blatantly untrue and pledges to back up his client's claims with proof.
Release every single text messages between the two of them. We want the truth to be out there. We want the documents to be out there. We want people to make their determination based on receipts.
Justin Baldoni is firing back after Blake Lively filed a lawsuit against the actor, accusing him of unprofessional and sexually inappropriate behavior on the set of It Ends With Us. She also accused him of coordinating a smear campaign.
Was there a coordinated smear campaign to bring down Blake Lively?
100% no.
Baldoni is now suing the New York Times after the paper published a story about Lively's allegations.
Do you plan to sue Blake Lively?
Absolutely.
You will?
Yes.
Baldoni claims that the text messages in Lively's lawsuit were taken out of context or excluded. The New York Times said in a statement that they stand by their reporting and plan to vigorously defend against the lawsuit. Lively said previously that she hopes her suit helps pull back the curtain on these sinister retaliatory tactics to harm people who speak up about misconduct.
It turns out that Blake Lively was caught on tape talking about how she manipulates people around her in order to take control of the movies upon which she works. Oops!
I knew that they just wanted me to show up and look cute and stand on a little pink sticker where I'm supposed to go and say what I'm supposed to say. But I also knew that that wasn't fulfilling for me, that I wanted to be a part of the storytelling, that I wanted to be a part of the narrative, whether that be in the writing, in the costume design, in creating the character. And sometimes I would have people who really resented that because they were like, we just hired you to be an actor. Yet when I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled.
Oh my God. And then she did exactly that to Justin Baldoni, apparently. If you want to write your own script, you should go write your own script. If you want to sign on to a movie with the understanding that you're going to actually make script changes, then great. But if the idea is that you sign on as an actor and then you turn around and try to take control of the script, this makes you a jerk.
Recent events have escalated the ongoing legal struggle between Blake Lively and her co-star Justin Baldoni from Tenants With Us. The Presiding Court rejected Lively's legal team's request for an extension to file an amended complaint in order to provide fresh evidence against Baldoni, stressing the importance of following the set timeline. As both parties get ready for the trial scheduled for March 9, 2026, this ruling demonstrates the court's dedication to a prompt conclusion. With accusations ranging from misconduct to slander, the issue has attracted a lot of public interest. Both parties have been advised not to pursue their dispute in the media.
Blake No Teeth Lively has experienced yet another court loss. So she wanted to amend her lawsuit against Justin Baldoni, right? The judge said, okay, cool, you have until Valentine's Day, February 14th. And now Blake Lively was like, oh, hold on, wait a minute, we're not ready to present yet. And she was asking for an extension until March 5th. And then the judge said, okay, why? And she's like, duh, because I'm Khaleesi and I said so. And then the judge was like, LOL, yeah, no, I'll give you until Monday. I'll give you a couple extra days. You have until Monday, but you don't have until March 5th. And so now she has until this upcoming Monday, which is February 17th, to figure out what she's going to amend in her complaint. And initially there were rumors that the amendment was going to come with some sort of statement from Jenny Slate, who played Justin Baldoni's sister in It Ends With Us.
According to a recent report, Lively's rejected amendment quest was intended to introduce a statement from co-star Jenny Slate, who has openly backed Lively in characterizing the accusations against Baldwin as extremely troubling and dangerous. This development underscores the growing conflict between the parties as they get ready for the trial scheduled for March 2026.
We're assuming that maybe Jenny was going to be some sort of star witness, that this was going to be the smoking gun. Maybe she had something that she witnessed that she was going to bring to the table, right? Well, then all the internet sleuths went and dug up an old interview that she did on the Anna Faris podcast where she basically pokes fun at hitting her ex-boyfriend, which doesn't really make her a strong star witness after all. Which may possibly be why Blake's team is now asking for this extension, because what they were planning on bringing to the table has now fallen through. Now, that's all speculation and those are all people's theories, but it kind of sounds plausible. Regardless, whatever Blake Lively's doing, she's not ready to amend her lawsuit, and it doesn't seem like she has a strong case, because if she had a strong case, why would she need all of these extensions?
It was really difficult for me and my family to deal with a lot of emotional stress. What do you think of Blake Lively and Justin Baldwini's ongoing court battle? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below.